Well, Saturday's been characterized by plenty of clouds. We can still see them looking southwest over Honda of Lincoln, and these are low clouds in the atmosphere, but we were still able to reach the lower 60s in the capital city. As of right now, the high temperature is 62 degrees, 62 as well in Beatrice, but some locations highs topping out in the upper 50s. York topping out at 59 degrees, 58 Grand Island, 57 degrees, the high temperature for Saturday in Hastings. Now, here's all the cloud cover that we saw on satellite and radar perspective. It's getting a little bit hard to see towards the end of the loop as sunset's about 30 to 40 minutes away, so starting to lose the visible satellite imagery, but you can still see the low clouds streaming in from the south and even some mid-level clouds streaming in from the west. But at this particular point in time, no rain on the radar. That will change later tonight as southerly winds continue to pump warm air into the area. That should be enough to spark a few showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms this evening. I think we'll start to see some thunderstorms cropping up in the southern tier of counties in Nebraska, probably in the ballpark of 9 to 11 o'clock, continuing to push northward towards midnight. So I think by midnight we'll start to see some scattered storm activity across southeast Nebraska. Now, I don't think this is where the bulk of our rainfall is going to come from over the next 24 hours. I think we'll see some more rainfall tomorrow afternoon. We'll see that in just a moment, but we will keep a scattered storm chance into the overnight hours, even in towards tomorrow morning. This particular run of Stormcast is not too keen on showing a lot of storm activity right over Lincoln or down towards Beatrice, but I do think it's still possible. So either way, take the rain gear as you're heading out early tomorrow morning, perhaps for any Sunday morning services. You'll definitely need it for the afternoon as an upper level low swings on by. That should regenerate some storm activity for the afternoon. That'll push out of here by the time we get towards the late afternoon and early evening. Here's Stormcast showing still some green returns on the radar around 5 o'clock. Eventually, this will kick off eastward and will be dry by Sunday evening. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted southeastern Nebraska under a risk for severe weather, a slight risk for severe weather, the lowest on our scale of 3 here, and this is through 7 a.m. Sunday morning. So this is mainly for tonight. This is a small severe weather potential. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that they have inched it this far northwest. I think the better potential to see severe storms is out in Missouri and Iowa. If we do see any severe reports, it would be hail. We may see an isolated report of large hail, although I think many of us will get through the night scot-free. As far as how much rainfall we might see, we're looking for the general pattern here. I think the bulk of the rainfall is going to fall to our east in Missouri and Iowa through tomorrow night. However, I do think there's a decent chance to see some rain. You can see some locations probably sticking right around 1/4 of an inch. Other locations perhaps higher. This run Stormcast showing 3/4 of an inch, but locally higher amounts perhaps exceeding an inch. So I probably expect roughly in the ballpark, I'd say probably around 1/2 inch, but there will be locally higher amounts, especially where we see some of the heavier rainfall totals and thunderstorms. So for tonight, I only think we're going to get down to 48 degrees, cloudy skies overnight, scattered rain, and tomorrow not warming up too much, 52 degrees the forecast high, and I think that's about the highest we're going to get. Showers possible throughout the late afternoon and temperatures falling throughout the day. I'll show you what I mean by that. Likely starting out in the upper 40s tomorrow morning, rebounding slightly, perhaps to the upper 40s to around the lower 50s in southeast Nebraska. But notice we have northwesterly winds tomorrow afternoon. That should keep temperatures at bay, likely not getting warmer than the lower 50s, eventually getting into the lower 40s by the time we're closing out the day on Sunday. So here's a look at your 10-day forecast. We're going to dry things out on Monday, 56 degrees. We'll have a warm front come through on Tuesday. That should rise temperatures into the middle 60s, but maybe a late thunderstorms as that warm front will eventually pass as a cold front on Wednesday, with storms being possible. Upper 50s for high temperatures by the middle part of the week, eventually warming back up by the end of the week. Right now, staying dry on Friday and Saturday, keeping things dry as well for Halloween.